cooling down.
186.
All right, so we've been battling some heating issues with this thing. It's 110 outside. If you're just crawling, it stays cool, it does fine. But if you're driving down the road, it gets warm. And we've narrowed it down to the radiator's deadhead. Basically, it's got 2 electric fans back here, and it's not pulling enough air through it. So we went down and swiped a fan out of a Crown Vic. It's like a 97 to 02 Crown Vic. We're gonna build this into a shroud. We're gonna take and cut this much out of it. Bunch of aluminum, a lot of welding, a lot of stuff. But I don't have any aluminum, so we're gonna run to Canab and see if we can find a piece of 2-inch wide by 1/8 inch aluminum. So we'll go find that, and then we're gonna gut the front end back off of this thing and fix it. All right, we are off to Canab. We'll see if we can find us some pieces of aluminum we need. All right, we're here. Quick stop off at Wendy's for some lunch, and then off to find some metal. Wendy's is in our bellies, and we're headed to find some parts. Well, we're poor at our job, this whole filming thing, but we've got the piece of aluminum in the back of the truck, 62 inches of it by 2 inches wide. They sheared it off for us. It wouldn't let us back in there, so we couldn't really show you the process, but we have it. We're on our way home. We'll go see if we figured right. We've never screwed up on figures before, have we?
Never, not once.
That's why I cut the bumper off and shortened it on the truck. Hey, we'll see if this works this time.
We'll go home and see if it's raining. It might be.
Those boys better bail fast. It looks like it's gonna rain.
So I am back at the shop. Uncle Ben and my dad are getting parts, and it started raining again. It's starting to come through the door. Me and Scout are just chilling in here, and it's raining. Grandma, it's raining.
Sure as hell is. You might want to shut that shop door down over there.
Is it not shut all the way?
That one is not coming in that
That one's not so bad. Scout, is it raining? Yeah, I don't know if he likes the rain. All right, come on, buddy.
All right, that's the chunk we went after. We're gonna take and cut this off right here. That's the order of business, and then we'll start forming this around it.
Just like that.
We've got our fan.
One fan.
Now we'll build us a shroud. That's pretty gross. It's got like little particles sticking off of it.
I'll bet it's hot. Touch it.
Now I'm gonna wait. We need this in a circle, so we figured this barrel would make a pretty fine circle, but not really.
Do this one.
It's going.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Let's go see how close we are.
Hey, that looks pretty close to me.
We're pretty close. Just gotta fine tune the ends a little bit, and then we'll pinch it together, TIG weld it down, and then we're gonna take just a normal old sign that we have, set it on the radiator, fit this to it, make it all fit. So we're gonna TIG this together and see if we can make it so it fits. We got it cut the right length so it fits around that. Then we'll probably just drill some holes through it and put bolts from the inside out and lock it into place. And then if this ever dies on us, they made a pile of Crown Vics, so this is easy to source. I'll probably carry a motor, just to carry it around. If we go on a long trip somewhere, I'll just take an extra motor with us, and if it dies, you switch it out. It takes 10 minutes. So. Okay, she should hold herself. Now I'll weld her up. Kind of went to crap on the other side, but she'll hold. I don't claim to be a TIG welder. I just do it until the TIG welder shows up. He never came, so I think I'll weld the inside of it as well, and we'll call it good.
Get a little extra sturdy on the inside, make it nice.
Yep.
Look at that professional work there.
It'll hold. Professional? No, but good enough, yes.
There we go.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
It's gonna do just perfect.
We'll drill some holes in it and bolt it in, and then that ring will weld down to a piece that we put on the radiator. Should be pretty straightforward. So this fan is double speed. It has a ground and then a high and a low. So I can hook the low up to one of my temperature switches, and then we'll hook the AC and the high temperature switch up to another one. So if the AC kicks on, this will kick on, and if we reach a certain temp, then it'll kick on high anyway. Gonna work well. All right, so a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I didn't just order one of these from Summit or Jegs or somewhere. I'll tell you. So you can order a 16-inch fan, basically, is the biggest you can get from them, and they're not efficient. The Crown Vic is tried and tested. Cops have ran them for a long time. They don't get hot. This fan does its job, and it's easy to come by. You can buy these brand new for 80 bucks. I happen to have some Crown Vics kicking around from Derby, and that's where this one came from. I have 2 more of them if I need it. Basically, it's cheap and easy and very accessible, so that's why I'm using this fan. I'm gonna show you what we've got going. This is why we went with what we did. There is 0 space here, as you can see. We're gonna pull this all apart. We may have to use some of this space up and move the radiator forward, but we're gonna do whatever we gotta do. It should be easier this time, because I put my lights so that they unplug. Basically, I'm gonna unpin these, slip them through the hole, put the cover thing back on the end of it so my plugs are outside so I can take this off. It seems smarter.
Way to think.
I was pretty sure it probably wasn't the last time I was doing this, so. We about have the right amount of rust going on, and we're gonna spray this thing. Clear it, make it look pretty. Hold on. All right, I got it. Just undo a heater hose and that, the bucket. It's just gonna go ahead and rain.
I think it is.
It's not raining on us yet, so
It's not raining in here, so.
I'm pretty okay with it. Everywhere. Maybe kick that bucket in just barely.
No, it's there.
Wasn't too big a mess.
No.
Not so bad. Now we just got a couple bolts, a couple fan switches to unplug, and we should be able to lift this thing out of there. Go over and start building. Alright, so we're probably going to end up cutting some of this stuff, moving it forward to get enough room in here. We'll see how things fit here in a minute. We'll go get the shroud all built. We'll build it as compact as we can get it, and then we'll move what we got to move. Alright, we're going to tear this thing apart real quick.
There's a pan.
There's that. Alright, so let's see how much bigger this is. A lot.
Just a little bit.
That's gonna be sweet. So we'll have to go up on the top. I'll go find us a sign.
He's finding a sign. Which I don't know what that means. I'm just kidding. He's getting a sign. So, who's the favorite? I think someone just got some ice cream right there.
Yeah, but she brought yours as well.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Don't you worry.
I just was feeling left out there.
You're just checking is what you is doing.
Well, thanks.
You're welcome, my favorite son.
There we go. I knew it. I knew it.
All right, that's my material. An arrow sign. It's gonna work perfect. We'll get it all measured up, what we need, and start doing some trimming on it. So. side down. We'll go this side now. The hard part's just starting it out straight. It's kind of a matter of eyeballing it, really.
So that is where your icrometer comes in.
That's where she comes in. Speaking of which, there's some new icrometer shirts coming out shortly, so keep your eye out for them.
Alright, method of madness here.
Okay, we're engineering currently. I got to put a bend on the end of this. So I got to come down a 1/2 inch and bend it in so we can bolt it into these holes.
So it's got these little holes.
And then it should just fit right down in there nice. We'll have to do a little trim around that and a little trim around that. And then we'll set that fan on it. Like so. And it should be pretty killer. We'd probably want it the other way. I mean, like that. Upstairs to the bending machine.
Let's get her
We'll
done.
bend a 90 in it. Okay.
And just like that. Here goes the magic. It's nice to have machinery, isn't it?
The right tools are nice.
Look at that. That nice little edge on it.
We're good. Go measure the other one and bend it. How about that?
So you're an artist now too?
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm professional at lots of stuff. I mean, if you need me to pull your teeth out later, I can do that
I'm
as
gonna
well.
Pass. Want to mark those other ones? We'll bend it.
Sure enough, do. Maybe I'll get technical and use the tape measure.
No.
I know.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a scary situation.
It was right.
It's a little bit more.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay, see. Good thing you double checked yourself. I'm glad you didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll just go up there and cut
Go
that.
bend it and I'll be back. Look at that.
Yes.
Dude, that's...
That's almost like you meant it to be.
Maybe I can read a tape measure.
Wow.
I know, pretty sketchy. But
That's professional right there.
Yep, it is.
I think you're gonna have to cut those off though. That'll be a gut ripper right there if you don't.
It'll just make more blood.
Oh,
You can't physically get there to get a gut ripper on it.
What about a hand cutter?
No, you can't fit anything.
Will it
Arm
cut
cutter?
a hose?
Negative.
She's going through the list. I think she's been here before.
She wants me to cut that freaking thing off, evidently. I'm telling you.
Well, it'd look more aesthetically pleasing if it was.
There you go. There. I think that's what she was going for. Oh my goodness.
Isn't there shirts to sell outside or something? Oh.
I think she just got booted.
I've been booted. Good thing you're not my favorite.
Oh.
Nice. I want to rate. It's not so bad, really.
Everything's trimmed out. All the little pieces right there.
Yeah, we'll drill these holes and put the rivets in it and bolt it. Actually, I don't know if we need rivets or if we can just go straight through it. Yeah,
I'll just go straight through.
I think we can just go straight through and bolt it down and
Yep.
call it good. And then we can trace that out, plasma cut it out real quick,
That should work.
set her down on the table nice and flat and go to TIGging. Clear around this thing. 1 7/8 1 7/8 right there. That's
the happy mark.
okay. I'll just take it off, and I don't know how we're gonna cut that piece without ruining. That's gonna get interesting. We'll get to that. Probably gonna have to use a grinder and cut across it. All right. Find some safety glasses. That should fit just like that. We welded in And then we cut it out, and then it'll hold its shape.
Or else it will
It's gonna walk like crazy. So we'll clean everything up, tack weld this in, then pull the fan out of it, and go to town. Make sure
That will do great.
Make sure this fan spins. Oh yeah, we'll be good. Okay, should be able to pull that fan.
Look at that. Looks perfect.
All right, we'll cut it out. We're getting there.
go.
Clean up work on it. We got it.
Clean up, make it look pretty.
Yep. All right, so we've got some sketchiness going down. I have to cut the top of this radiator, and then we got to bend it up. The only way we can come up to cut it with is that. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll see how it works. That was actually easier than I anticipated. We made a big deal out of that.
That stuff works.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty cool. Now we just got to get it to bend. We may be just cutting that off. We're just going to cut it off and we'll weld it back on to the angle we need it.
What? Try bending it now. You've got a nice score mark. Now it's going to fit just like a glove. That was like it's meant to be right there.
Pretty close.
Nice professional cut there. And done.
Yeah. Once it's mounted in, we'll finish round it right to it. She's built. Now the question is,
Yes, it will fit in.
it will, huh?
It will.
All right. What do you think of that? I don't really see anything wrong with that. We'll show you what we got. All right, so there it is. All right, let's see if this will fit.
Got him some nice
Little
Foam
foam
on
on there.
so it will not ruin it.
It's gonna be quite nice, Clark. That should pull some air.
That should do it. It's bolted down now.
All right, so it's coming together. That is almost finished product. Ben's putting the last 2 bolts in it down here on the bottom. Then we gotta start modifying all of this other stuff. So what the deal is, this is thicker now than the old one. So I'll show you what it's gonna do. So it's gonna hit right here. So we're gonna have to move the radiator forward, which we got to have longer radiator hoses on both sides. It's just more work, but I want it to cool, so that's what we're doing. Let's set it up. All right, we're gonna give this thing a test and see what she does here. That's low.
That's low.
Sucks it right up there on low. Pulling the whole radiator.
Every corner.
Yeah, that's pulling some air. I think that's gonna work.
Now just put it back in. There. See, it's back in its original spot down underneath. But if you look down into there, you see it's kind of hidden. So
We'll squeak it forward as far as we can go. We can go like 1 inch in the bottom. Then we'll lean the top a little bit and
make fit.
it's gonna fit. We have figured it out. Basically, we're gonna lift the radiator up 1/2 inch, which is fairly easy. Let me get these out and I'll show you how we're doing it. That's my radiator support. So I gotta take a piece of pipe that fits over this, cut a piece that's 1/2 inch thick, weld it back in, and my radiator will lift up 1/2 inch. Pretty simple. Then we'll rebuild these top mounts and put some hoses on them.
Put a small ring around it. There's the next one.
Just like that.
Raised it up just a little.
Redneck lift kit going down. Going back in again. Okay, that's bottom and that's bottom. Is it clearing? It is if you tip it.
Yeah, you tip it just right. You can see it in there.
So we know that we have to have a little clearance in
Right
between
there.
there and there. That's just technically how it's working for the moment. Okay, that's gonna do it.
That should do it. Just got to build these top little brackets there and redo this.
What my plan is here, I think I'm gonna take some cold roll that's that long, weld it to here, drill and tap it so I can just thread a bolt in it. And pretty easy. Actually, probably better than what I had before because you had to try to hold a nut down inside of here. It was pain. Everything's evolving. It's getting better. A couple holes drilled, we'll tap them and then grind them to the right angle and put them on.
Makes it look so easy, doesn't he? Careful now. That manual stuff, you break them.
It will definitely break them.
I even mentioned. I cursed him. See that right there?
I wasn't even pulling on it.
And that was even a good snap-on one.
Well, it ain't good no more. What a pain in my butt.
Should have got the drill out. Every time.
It is every freaking time. Well, that's going to be easier to drill a new hole than it is to deal with that. So that's
New
what
hole.
I'll do.
Maybe that's just hardened stuff, huh?
It ain't hardened, but I just ruined that.
We need some more dowel.
I'll cut another piece. That one's ruined.
Yeah, that one's done. Yeah, see? Snapped it right off.
That one is done. All right, one down. One more to go.
One to go.
I don't know what our problem was before.
I don't either.
Just wanted to be difficult. Sometimes in life, things are just difficult.
I'm glad you handled that.
Yep. I didn't even throw anything.
Calm.
Oh, Michelle's gonna be so proud of me. All right, we got these little pieces put in here. Okay, now basically I just gotta weld those in there and I think she's mounted. We'll give you the close-up. That's basically what it is. She's mounted solid as can be. We still have room, put our AC condenser, and I don't know if you can see down in there, but I'll point to it. Right in here, it misses. We've got clearance in there, so now all we got to do is make this fit and then basically take it for a test strip. Going back together here, we're putting hoses on. All right, there's that.
Didn't have to move it far enough. The hoses still fit.
Yep, hoses are still
Love that.
in good shape.
I like it.
All right, we're just getting this bar bolted up and then we can drill our final 2 holes. All right, I think you can let her down.
All right.
We'll drill the last 2. That's actually gonna work somewhat like I imagined it. So, we just moved this back just barely, it clears. That's how much we moved it. That hose doesn't fit, but we'll put a longer one on it and it'll fit just fine. Now all we gotta do is put a little fluid in it and fire it up. Not hitting anywhere. We're gonna need to hook a controller up, reset that fan. We've got fan 1 on at 195 and off at 188. Fan 2 comes on at 202. What should we turn it to? 210?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Everything seems to be working. Right? Got enough distance in there. We'll just see how she turns out. Here we go, fan on.
Oh, it's pulling some air.
Oh yeah. I can feel it from here.
Yeah,
Let's see how it's cooling down. Yep,
it's cooling down.
186, 195. So yeah. It's
So that's
good.
the first stage, it's cooling. I like the Picasso. Oh yeah, it's pulling air.
Oh yeah. Lovely.
Doing what it needs.
185, shut right off, just like it's supposed to.
All right.
Do you know what that means?
That means Chad's a genius. He's the one that came up with this combo. He's like, I've used this a whole bunch, put it on, it's gonna work. So, Chad's fab. He's a smart sucker. All right, we're gonna take this for a test drive and see if it stays cool. We were gonna put the front back together, but we're gonna put air conditioning on it first. The pump just showed up for it, but we don't have the AC condenser. And there's no point in putting this back together just to tear it apart. So we're gonna take it for a ride, and if it's good, as soon as that shows up, we'll get back on it. All right, let's take this thing for a rip.
I think it's gonna work. I think so.
Running it right at 195, basically.
I think that's the coolest it's ran.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're staying consistent. You can touch this thing. Before it would have been hot, so I think we're winning. Let's give us a Mountain Dew and call her.
All right. Hold that 1 second.
Come on, get in, old man. I like that you can't hear the fan.
And it's cool.
Man, before you could hear the fan a ton.
Singing. I think it's fixed.
We get some AC in here, then we can start finishing this thing.
Yes.
Get some paint on it and get it looking like it needs to. Right at the 215, somewhere like that.
215 or so, where she's running. It's not really hot today, but a little bit. Oh yeah, she's moving here. Hey you.
Trans cooler's not on.
And it
Bonus.
was before.
Yeah, before that trans cooler would have been on. Yeah, before that would be pulling air in it.
Pulling air out of it.
It's not.
Now it's just sucking it out, so it looks like we've won
Pulling
this
right
battle.
off. We have won.
But you did something right, and you didn't have to do it twice. Good
No,
job.
just once.
All right, I think we're done for the day until more parts show up. So thanks for watching.